Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Back out for the first time in Florida's spring, which is everyone else's winter still. But it's starting to warm up here in Florida pretty significantly. Back out here in the mesic pine lands of central Florida, Volusia County to be specific. It's really dry out. Haven't started getting our steady rains. We're about to start entering our dry season. Got the dog bound to this pole here so he doesn't lay all over these pretty little flowers I'm going to show you over here. Now today's video is going to be mostly about butterworts or pinguicula. Cute little carnivorous plants. And there's a lot of them that are native to the southeast United States, Florida in specific. And all these little flowers you see here, this is Pinguicula lutea, or lutea, however you'd want to pronounce that. And it just makes these gorgeous, buttercup yellow flowers. And they just stand right out, among the dried dead grass this time of year. Kind of a blaring beacon for the pollinators. And they have like a weird little pollination method. They have like a fake pollen anther here that tricks the bees to stick their head in there. And that's not really where the pollen is. The pollen's way back inside of the flower. But that's their little pollination trick. And if anybody grows butterworts at home or anything like that, you know that they're only really good for catching small bugs like gnats and stuff like that. Now the rosettes on these can get pretty big, like next to my hand, that one's a good couple inches across. And they're that nice chartreuse green with that beautiful flower to cap it off. Yet again, Pinguicula lutea, or lutea, however you want to pronounce it. Really cool though. Just getting started our carnivorous adventures for the year. There's a couple more down here. There's a big flower. Hey, look at the size of that guy. That is a large flower for a pinguicula. Oh, look at this dude. He's enormous. And this guy. Now they have like I'm guessing there's probably also some sort of moth or butterfly that helps pollinate these, because they got this nectar tube, if I can get it to focus, at the back of the flower. It's like a little horn. There you go. Not much diversity in this flower. We're going to see some more pinguicula probably today that have a lot more variability in their flowers. Alright, on we go. Alright, a couple 100 yards down the path, and we have a totally different species of butterwort. This guy's the blue butterwort, or Pinguicula ceruleae. Now these are my favorite local native butterwort, because my God, look at that flower. Isn't that amazing? Now that you can see that fake anther in there to fool the bugs. And these can be very variable in color. Like this one's like a nice deep purple with some nice striping. And then you'll have ones that are a bit different. Like this guy's. Let's see if I can get in the sun. There we go. This one's a lot more pale. Still has the striping, but it's more like a powder blue. See if I can find some that aren't in the blinding sun. Yeah, everything's really dry. Everything's crunching underneath my feet. So these native carnivorous plants definitely go through a long dry period. See, here we got more. See, look at that. That beautiful striping. Yeah, it's nice. Now this is right next to one that's almost completely white. With a lot less striping. And yet again, that chartreuse sticky rosette. It looks almost exactly like Pinguicula lutea, or lutea, whenever it's not in bloom. Lutea gets a little bit bigger though, in my opinion. And yeah, everything's growing in its usual, right along the tire track habitat. They're growing right next to Drosera capillaris as usual. Like here you got them growing right next to each other. That's a cool shot. Yep, Pinguicula ceruleae, the blue butterwort, or sometimes white butterwort, or sometimes purple butterwort. My favorite because of that variable flower. Alright, we're going to see what else we can find. Alright, we're here on another path. We got Mr. Ticket. Sorry about my shitty camera work. You know, I'm doing all this on a phone, so it's probably, you know, giving you the queasies. But I do what I can. Here we have an overachieving Pinguicula lutea. Look at this thing. Like, holy crap. Open them up, get some sun. Look at that. It's got 3 flowers on it. Or 3 flowers that are open right now. More to come. But what's really impressive is, my God, look at the size of this rosette. Like, kind of doesn't do it justice on camera, but there it is next to my hand. So, wow. I'd say that's probably the biggest Pinguicula lutea I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. That is a monster butterwort. Like, holy shit. And you could see all of his dead meals. All those little gnats. He's got a mosquito on there. Good job, gotta get that mosquito. And like, lots more flowers to come. Here's one that's unfurling. Now they even got little trapping trichomes on the base of the stem there. You could even see some dead bugs on the base of the stem. So it even traps insects on the base of the stem. But yeah, King Kong Godzilla Pinguicula lutea. Fucking amazing, man. Welcome to Florida. We do it big down here. Do our butterworts big down here. Alright, here on another trail again. Ticket sniffing over there in a bush. We've encountered our 3rd butterwort of today. Our 3rd butterwort species. Now this wraps up the 3 that you can find in Volusia County, Florida. This cute little carpet of white and purple flowers is Pinguicula pumila. Our smallest species of butterwort we have in Florida. And the flowers are adorable. And they bloom, as you can see, you know. They bloom in mass. It's all the way down the ditch here. And the flowers on these are extremely variable. Like, see this guy? With the wide open petals. And then you got this one with the more closed petals. Now that one's white. Now then you got one that's pinkish. one that's all the way down to purple, and that's all the same species. And sometimes you can even find two different flower colors coming out of the same center rosette, which is kind of weird. And the rosettes on these are teeny tiny, like size of a fingertip, you know, opposed to the big old lutea that we saw earlier that was the size of my hand. But you know, the same general flower structure. They got that little horn. See if I can get that to focus. There you go. Yeah, that little nectar horn coming out of the bottom there. Now what you see here is a seed pod that is matured, and those little black things are seeds, and they fall all over the place and make new little baby butterworts. But yeah, Pinguicula pumila, cute little butterwort. Yet again, those teeny tiny little rosettes. And there's, you know, hundreds of them. Super cool. Man, I can't get over the cuteness of these little Pinguicula pumila flowers. I mean, look at this. Look at that little bouquet of pink flowers. And the diversity just within that much of a little span. You got the pink one next to the white one. The diversity in petal shape. You got a purple one. Another white one. It's just too cool. And they're growing down there with the sphagnum moss and their little sundew buddies. Yep, Pinguicula pumila. Super cute. And as you can see, super variable. Telling you guys, little Pinguicula pumila here is blowing my mind. Look at all these flowers. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of little pings. Look at that. You ever seen a mass bloom of Pinguicula before? And that diversity, look. White, purple, skinny petals, fat petals. Man, that's a lot of them. Florida truly is the land of flowers. Here we got a nice little spread of carnivores. Yet again, the awesome Pinguicula pumila. And all down this little row here, with all this sphagnum moss, it's just completely rife with sundews, Drosera capillaris, Pinguicula, and even over here, you got some terrestrial bladderworts, some utricularia. Yes, we got utricularia in the area. That little guy, that's Utricularia subulata. Flower looks like a little pea. And his trapping mechanisms are underneath the muck there. But yeah, everything in one little stretch. And a dog. Alright, we stopped off at the last spot today. You can see by my car over there. This one's right off the side of the road, and a place where rednecks dump tires and old construction garbage. But it's loaded with carnivorous plants. Like down here we got another species of Utricularia. That's Utricularia cornuta, or the horned bladderwort. Pretty big flower for Utricularia too. And you know, just coming right up out of the mud. And there's a lot of Pinguicula ceruleae at this location too. Yet again, showing that flower diversity. If I can get anything to focus, there you go. Let's look at that pattern. Yeah, that's really nice. Here we got some more. Pretty cool site over here. This one's growing up on a little mound. Yep, good old roadside Florida botanizing. Here, another nice one. Yep, love me some butterworts. And all over the ground here in this area, the sundews are looking pretty dewy and exceptional. They just kind of carpet the ground. Look like red moss. Super dewy. Got a little lycopod in there too. Cool. I'm gonna bring you guys in for one last good shot of these Pinguicula. I'm probably gonna call it a day after that. Man, I like the ones with the striping. This one's got more pointed petals. Aren't you amazed by the diversity? Look at this. It's growing out of a little piece of wood. That's pretty cool. Alright, one more good gaze. Pinguicula ceruleae. So that was all 3 species of Pinguicula that we found today that you could find in Volusia County, Florida. If you want more than that, you got to go up into the Panhandle. Then you could knock off another 3, I think. So yeah, that's it for the butterwort diversity of Volusia County, Florida. Blowing in the wind. Alright, wave goodbye ticket. Alright, signing off. Till next time, guys.